Alright, welcome to Big D's and Liam's Custom Garage. Today we're going to be working on the 4Runner, and also we have some other things to show you today also. But first, you've seen these parts before we did the unboxing. We're going to start putting them into the 4Runner, and we have all kinds of things that just came in the mail that we haven't shown you, like the waterproof connectors that we're going to be using outside the vehicle. They're buildable connectors, so you pretty much just wire them yourself. Come with all the parts inside and all the good stuff. Got some more connectors with shrink wrap already connected to them, so be able to use a heat gun on those and shrink them down. And yeah, lots more stuff there. All right, let's go over here. Look what we got in from the machine shop. It's the block.
The 350 has returned.
Yes, it's the paint's a little
chipped, but if you look, I'm trying to get a good enough angle for you guys, the crosshatch. Yeah,
the paint's a little chipped, but the crosshatch, as you can see, is there, and it's beautiful, polished.
They even did, I don't know if you guys can see that, but they honed the lifter bores as well. Our cam bearings have been installed. As you can tell, the main caps are extremely clean compared to the rest of the block. Yes, we're going to have to repaint the block again for a third time, but everything's done right.
And if you come over here, we also have the other parts that have also come in. Everything already assembled, ready to go in. We just have to put the rings on and do what you've seen us do before, and just put all the parts into the block. I mean, look at this crankshaft. Look how polished those journals are.
Oh yeah.
It's all been internally balanced. Everything's the exact same weight all the way through the rotating assembly.
Our H-beam rods by Eagle, our Keith Black pistons, rocker arms, everything is cleaned up and ready to go back together now. Even got our bump stick, or cam. They even sized the clearance of the bearings properly for the cam, so everything is perfect.
All right, we're going to get started on the 4Runner, so here we go. Here we are in front of the 4Runner, Project Apocalypse. We're going to be working on the wiring, so here's some of it right here. This is our circuit breaker. We're going to be wiring it from the battery, and then this wire is just going to drop down behind the firewall to this that's going to be behind there. The wire is going to loop in and connect to the positive and negative. We're also going to have to run the ground probably somewhere through the firewall onto the frame or even to the battery. So we'll figure that out. You'll be seeing it in high speed, so let's get to work. Okay, everybody, here we are underneath the dash. As you can see, we have our wires coming down through one of the grommets. We made our own little hole in there, so it'd be all nice and tight, hardly any moisture to get through. And we got everything wired in. The big red and the big black wire are run both to the battery, and then we have all the other fuses. Now you see this white connection right there that actually goes up and through and over here to the passenger side, where we have the wire coming in right here. Let's get some more light over here real quick so you guys can see. All right, there we go. And you see we have the wire coming up, hooked through here, which we might try to find something different. I don't know how that, if I like how that's popping out, but but the buttons are, yeah, but the buttons are secure here, and you can hear the click. They're gonna work. So everything's pretty much wired in. We just got to hook up the battery positive cable. Here you can see how this is hooked up right here. Wire here, wire there. And as soon as we put the battery line positive, or the hot line, back on the post, will be powered up. Okay, our next step is to get this hooked up and down in the cab, down to the thing. To do that, we're going to use this marine wire. It has a positive and negative wires built in, pre-tinned and everything, to be self-wired. It's usually used in boats and stuff like that, but we're going to use it in this application because we're doing a lot of exterior wiring, so we wanted to be safe about it. So that's what we're using. Yep. All right, let's move on to some more high-speed video of us doing that. Okay everybody, here we are. We're at the end of the road here. We got everything hooked up and functioning. We're just going to give you a little overview. I don't know if you guys saw inside the hood, but we got everything hooked up. Battery cable's back on, and everything's run back. And here's the wire for the light going up top. Here's the breaker for the whole unit. And then that goes through the firewall just underneath that. As you can see, this goes up. We still have to hide these wires a little better, but they'll tuck down in there. And you have to see, we have a quick disconnect, waterproof. This is marine wire, like we said before. It's has both. It's a 2-wire marine wire. And it's shielded from heat and all kinds of other things. So, okay, if we go down underneath the dash, you will see the box with the cover off and all the wires hooked up. A couple of those wires go up to the dimmer switch on the dash, which is up here. And that actually controls the dimming of the box and supplies power to the switch relay and everything like that, or the switch panel, I should say. Okay, I have the keys. We're going to give it a good shot here. Now this switch is a little funny. It's as you can see, it's been used and abused. We have one coming in the mail, a new one. So. Let's get the full. We have to get the full power. So as you can see, look at that. As you can see, the panel over there flashing. But it stabilizes once we get the headlights on.
Yeah.
And
If you come around.
yeah, if you pull around to the side, I'll turn the switch on, and we'll get full light bar lightage. There we go. And just an easy.
Yeah.
It's really freaking bright.
Show them the panel.
Yeah, the panel's on.
Now the panel's working.
Panel's on, and the red light's on, so you know the light bar is on. We still have to put the covers over the buttons on, to identify them, the identification stickers. So we'll put the light bar on that first one, and so it'll be backlit, and we'll see it at night. And we could also dim it
Yeah.
with a little finesse. The switch, it doesn't work quite well with the system. We're thinking about alternatives, but for right now it works. So.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's the initial installation. We're going to be adding more lights back for the back, the top. We're going to mount most of the lights up to the top rack, so it'll be quick with quick disconnects, so the rack can be pulled off easily and the lights can be pulled off easily. So that's going to be up next. We're also going to install the CB and other accessories and get the electrical all wrapped up. So that's to come on the 4Runner Project Apocalypse.
All right, everybody. Well, boy, that was a day.
Yeah. Thankfully, Big D figured out some things and helped me out with the wiring and got everything operating properly. We didn't really. We had some issues mid build there, or mid installation.
Yeah, you guys didn't see it on camera.
Yeah, you didn't see it on camera, but we're having some problems getting the switch panel to activate. So he figured that out. We got that all hooked up, and it works perfectly.
Yes, as you guys saw.
As it does.
So yeah, now we know that it's good. We can run the power back for the other stuff now.
We can run all the new accessories off that one switch panel, and it'll be brilliant.
Yeah. Now, do want to let you guys know, because we did not mention this while we were doing the install. I figured this out while I was figuring out the wire thing. This system has to be hooked to your dimmer switch.
Or some kind of other switch.
Yes.
To activate the power for the panel.
Yes.
Separately from the any of the stuff that comes with the equipment.
Yes. Even though in their instructions they do not recommend straight wiring to a positive source, you can do that. They don't recommend it. They recommend you just go off the dimmer switch. Bad thing about that is the panel is only powered and able to run when you're running your running lights or headlights. So the vehicle has to be on and the headlights have to be on, so that kind of sucks. But if we feel like changing it, we'll do it down the road, but it will work for now. But yeah, it's all hooked up properly. You guys saw that we used the marine wire, and I am going to state again, I don't want people calling us out in comments saying we used freaking household Romex. That is not household Romex. That is marine electrical wire.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pre-tinned wire. It's perfect for lights like this because it's, element protected and stuff like that. It's recommended in some applications.
Yes. But yeah, that's basically all we got going on for this week. Next week, we start the reassembly of the 350 for dark matter. Now that we have everything back, we're finally going to start the assembly of the motor. So anyway, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Be sure to come back here next week for another episode. We will see you guys next week. I'm Big D.
And I'm Liam.